Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This weekend we gotta get Dilly's Jeep back on the road so he can take it to our next 5-mile trip. Let's get into it. So before we begin any project in the shop, we gotta make sure we have a good stack of firewood. And as you can see, we don't have really anything left at all. Alrighty, firewood stacked. Now we gotta go to Dilly's house to grab his Jeep. We'll have to explain what we're doing to this later, but right now we're taking the rear drive line out so we can front wheel drive it onto the trailer because the axle needs some work. Yeah, come drive her a little bit because your tire's not much on the wood over there. You got like 2 inches over here. Come drive her. Oh shit, Dilly. Oh my God. You almost slid that tire off the trailer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Let's try again.
Okay, you're clear on this side. Keep it driver, okay? You're gonna have to bump it, I think. Yep. Easy does her, easy does her. There you go. All right, Dilly, what rabbit hole did you crawl under this time?
Well, this thing used to ride really bad. It used to articulate really well, but then you could stand on the bumper and jump on it and it wouldn't budge. So what I did is redid how I mounted my rear shackles so that I could get a better shackle angle. But in doing all of that, it screwed up my pinion angle, so I had to cut off my spring perches and also my ladder bar bracket. And so now we're just getting the axle back under the Jeep. Gonna set the pinion angle, get everything welded back in, and get back to driving this thing.
Right on. Yeah, Dilly started this a few weeks back in his driveway before it got super cold, but now it got really cold, and so we came over here to finish it all up. So, kind of been an issue that we were working on for a little while. You didn't explain your add leaf. You put an add leaf in here too. Why'd you do that?
Because I wanted, my springs were flat. I wanted springs that had a little bit of an arch to them. So I put that add leaf in there and it gave them a little bit of an arch, but that's why I had to kind of move where my rear shackle mounted. It's now mounted further up, which lowers the Jeep. Because when I did all this, I didn't want to gain any more lift. It's already too tall, so yeah. That's kind of how I kept everything the same ride height.
Now we just gotta button things up. When we picked the thing up, the spring perches were welded. We thought we had the pinion angle right. Wasn't quite there, so now that we're here,
they were tacked.
They were tacked. They were just tacked on, which is why we had to front wheel drive it onto the trailer. Now we're ready to reset it properly to where it actually works, functions like it should. Welding the traction bar. Yeah, it's mostly it for the axle stuff. Get the brake lines installed. Possibly a couple button up items, but we'll see how far we can get today. So right on. What's next? Axle back under the truck?
Pretty much.
Cool. Let's do it. Alrighty, perches are welded up, now in place. What's next?
You're gonna install install the U-bolts and plates, and then reinstall this thing. I had to cut off the old brackets. I got my new brackets from Rough Stuff. In case anyone doesn't know, this goes on, and it helps prevent axle wrap on this Jeep. As you can see, the drive line is super short, so it's super sensitive to any change in angle. And I've tried getting away with not using this, and I snap the drive shaft every time. Yeah, we're gonna put this on and go from there.
Alrighty guys, we are quickly running out of time for today, so we put a couple things on pause and we just decided we need to put the brakes back together, get those bled, so we can make this thing a running and driving vehicle again. So let's get into that. Alrighty guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Not as exciting of an ending as I wanted it to be, but it is what it is. It's what we ran into. So, we gotta get Dilly's Jeep to this house, bring him back here so he can get his 4Runner back home as well. So, we're gonna call it here. We'll see y'all next week. Ain't that right, Dilly? Peace.